Hello everyone, welcome to Amsika Academy. Now we will learn about the industrial system. What is industrial system? In the previous videos, we learned the classification, the division of the sectors, and the factors which influence the location of an industry. Now let us learn about the industrial system. What is an industrial system? An industrial system, I think most of you know a computer. As a computer has input, that is what the program which we are giving, it goes into the CPU and there the processing happens and the final output gets displayed on the screen. Similarly, the industrial system also consists of inputs, processes, and outputs. You need to give certain inputs, you need to make it certain process to happen, and then you get the final outcome. Let us discuss what all comes under inputs. Inputs include raw materials, labor, cost of land, transport, power, and other infrastructure. If you give this input, this is the first part. There are three steps. One is input, second one is process, third one is output. So this is the first step. In input, we need to check the raw materials, labor, cost of land, transport, power, and other infrastructure. The processes, the mechanism that includes a wide range of activities, a spectrum of activities where that converts the raw materials into finished goods, that converts the raw materials into finished goods, and the output is the end product what we are getting. The output is the end product what we are getting, through which the income is earned. So the industrial system is nothing but combination of inputs, processes, and outputs. What all comes under inputs? Raw materials, labor, cost of land, transport, power, and other infrastructure, setting up of an industry, everything comes under inputs. Once you get the raw materials, you put them for processing in the factory or in the industry. Then that wide range of all activities that are happening in the processes comes under processing part, step 2. Once all the processes are done, you get the final product outside. That is the final output. That is what the end product we sell in the market and we earn money from it. So that is called industrial system. The system which has 3 steps: input, process, and output. Let us now see what are the industrial regions that we have. What is an industrial region? An industrial region is a region where number of industries are located close to each other and share the benefits of their closeness. If 4 or 5 industries located close by, then that particular region is called industrial region. That particular region is called industrial region. Industrial regions in the world. What are the famous industrial regions in the world? That is Eastern North America, Western and Central European region, Eastern Europe, and East Asian region. Especially the China region and Japanese region are considered as the most industries located areas. The industries, when they are located close to each other, or in a particular area, in a given area, if you find more number of industries located close by to each other, that particular region is called as industrial region. Where are the industrial regions in the world? Eastern North America, Western and Central Europe, Eastern Europe and Eastern Asia. In India, where do we have the industrial regions? We have them in Mumbai, Pune cluster, Bangalore, Tamil Nadu region, Hooghly region, Ahmedabad, Baroda region, Chota Nagpur industrial belt, Visakhapatnam, Guntur belt, Gurgaon, Delhi, Meerut, and the last Kollam, Thiruvananthapuram industrial cluster. So industrial region means it's nothing but the location of many industries close to each other in a given area. That region is called industrial region. Industrial disasters. When industries are there is a chance of a disaster happening, or there are examples when there was a technical failure which resulted in industrial disasters. So industrial workers are sometimes required to work in a dangerous environment. In the mining industry, in the ONGC, the chemical factories, these are few examples where the workers have to be extraordinarily careful before they go to the workplaces. There can be any dangerous chemical reaction happening, or any fire blowout happening, or anything. So the technical failure due to any lapse in regular maintenance of technical equipment or irresponsible handling of hazardous materials may lead to accidents. Even if a small class 4 employee forgets to switch off a particular equipment the day when he is leaving, by tomorrow morning it can cause a great disaster. So it can be as simple as that. The negligence or irresponsible behavior by any one employee in the factory can trigger to a disaster. So there are some risk reduction measures which are followed, can prevent large scale disasters. One is the industrial areas should be located far from residential areas. When you are establishing an industry, as we discussed just now, what is an industrial region or an area where industries are located close by? So that region has to be allotted which is far away from the residential areas, or people living near the industrial areas should be aware of hazardous materials handled in these industries and what kind of effects they cause on humans in case there is an accident, if anything happens. Improving the fire warning systems and firefighting systems, we need to improve them, otherwise we will not come to know. And once a disaster happens, we lose thousands of people's lives. Improving pollution dispersion qualities and limiting toxic storage capacity within the industries also can reduce these effects. So we are talking about the disasters which are caused due to industrial locations, because in the industries, even a small negligence or a technical failure can cause to industrial disaster. We have seen such incidents in the present and even in the past. So that risk can be reduced by keeping industrial areas far away from the residential areas. Then people living in the industrial areas should be made aware that there are hazardous materials handled in these industries and they affect humans in case of accidents. And we need to improve the fire warning and safety measures so that people can get that alarm and people can get away from that particular place and save their lives. At the same time, We have to improve the pollution dispersion qualities and limiting the toxic storage capacity of the industry, so that the dangerous toxic gases or chemicals will not be kept in that particular industry. So that also can reduce the chances of industrial disaster. So today we learned about what is industrial system, what is industrial region. So in the industrial system, we learned about the process inputs, process and outputs. Industrial regions, we learned about location of many industries in a given area makes it as industrial region. Famous places we saw. Then what is an industrial disaster we discussed. That's all we have for today. Thank you. Please consider subscription.